All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fun Funnel Friday. It is the day before not Thanksgiving, Halloween, the day before Halloween. And where the heck did October go? I have no idea, but it's starting to get cold here in San Diego and the leaves are turning and everything. So it's starting to definitely look like fall. Lots to talk about today. Today, we are talking about 3 ways to use emotional marketing to connect with your buyers. So, there are several reasons why somebody pulls the trigger and buys something, and emotions are one of them. It's also one of those hot button topics or like buzzwords or whatever, emotional marketing, right? Everybody wants to know about emotional marketing and how can we do it better and how can we write better stories and all of that stuff. So, today we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use emotional marketing to connect with your potential buyers. Now, there's, I'm sure, more than three, but I chose 3 that I think as online entrepreneurs that we can use to our benefit. So, when done right, emotional marketing helps us differentiate and compete in this like really noisy environment that is online marketing. So, back in the day, brands used to not really have a whole lot of competition in the marketplace, especially in online marketing, because you had your big players and there wasn't a whole lot else. But in the last 5 or so years, Facebook ads have gotten more accessible and people are turning to online businesses more and more. There's more people that do things like you. And especially within this pandemic here that we're in, more people have turned to online businesses as a way to make money. So there's just more noise in the marketplace. So we can turn to emotional marketing to convey our values, our interests, our passion, and to actually call in the people that we want to talk to. So, it's said that if you speak to everybody, you speak to no one, you end up speaking to no one. And that's a problem, right? We don't necessarily want to uh, make our message so broad that we could potentially appeal to so many people that we end up turning off everybody, because ultimately we all want to see ourselves and know that something is either for us or not for us, right? We don't want to sit in the in between. Usually, as consumers, we either want to know, is this something that's for me or is this something that's not for me, so that I can move on with my day. So, when done right, emotional marketing helps us differentiate and compete in this noisy environment. And it also helps us convey our values, our interests, and our passion so that we're calling in the right people and for lack of a better word, repelling the wrong people. Um, okay, so there's 3 ways that we're going to talk about today. The first one is inspirational. So when people are inspired, they often think or act differently. So they may feel a sense of pride when somebody that they relate to accomplishes an unexpected feat or overcomes an obstacle, or they might be swayed by seeing a good deed or action. And I can think of a few YouTube videos that I've been like sucked into that are like super inspirational and maybe like somebody accomplishes something that you're like, there's no way they should be able to do that, right? So inspirational, like we tend to get sucked into inspiration stories. That's why we love sports movies, because there's always like this inspirational message that goes along with it. And then there's, we want the underdog to win always, usually. Always, usually. Yeah, I do. I always want the underdog to win. So brands that do this well are like Nike, Gatorade, Dawn dish soap, Honda's Power of Dreams campaign. So like Nike and Gatorade, they use like athletes that depict like perseverance, and they inspire people through their ability to defeat all odds, kind of, right? Dawn dish soap, obviously, we know the oil spills and the duck, like washing the duck. Like how many of us have been like, oh, the duck, and then go buy Dawn dish soap, right? And then Honda's Power of Dreams campaign celebrates people who chase their dreams. So these are just like examples of inspirational campaigns that companies have used, large scale companies have used. And you might be asking yourself, as an online entrepreneur, like, how can I create inspirational campaigns? And the best way that I can think of is to share your own personal success story. So chances are what you're selling is a solution that you came up with to a problem that you had, right? It's an expertise for a reason. We are knowledgeable and an expert in this area for a reason, because we had a problem, we figured out how to solve it, and we did it so well that it worked out great, and we want to share that with everybody else. So this could be like a framework that you have, or like a course that you're selling or something like that, but share your own personal success story. So everybody loves an underdog. So they want to know, like, where were you? Like, why did you need this solution? What was your journey to figure out the solution? And then what does your life look like now that you have that? The solution has worked, right? And then why you want to share it. So you can also share stories of other people who've had success using your course or your services or whatever. So usually inspirational stories have like some sort of underdog nature to them, right? There's a reason why they shouldn't succeed, and then they do anyway. Or like the grit or whatever that it took to like actually achieve said goal. So the first one is inspirational. The second one is aspirational. So aspirational campaigns create a presence that taps into the audience's dreams, their desire to reach a lofty goal or enjoy a lifestyle or an experience that they long for. So we see this one, aspirational, a lot in the marketplace. Of online marketing, especially. And you might have even purchased courses or a coaching program because the person that you bought from tapped into your desire to have that like dream life or dream career, right? So we aspire to live a better life. We aspire to make more money. We aspire to have our kids go to college, or to drive that fancy car, to take a month off, or whatever, like whatever the big aspiration is. And chances are that you've purchased either something from us in the past because we tapped into your aspirations or your dreams, or you've purchased coaching programs or courses or whatever from other people because they tapped into your own aspirations that probably mirror whatever their lifestyle is, right? So how can you do this as an online entrepreneur? First and foremost, it starts with understanding the true desires of your specific audience. So depending on what it is you're selling, whether it's one-on-one coaching or courses, or like cookie make decorating courses, Joanne, I'm always coming back to you on that one because that one just is so amazingly beautiful, that funnel. But whatever the thing is, maybe it's time freedom, more money, unique experiences, whatever their like deep desire is, it's important that you understand what that is, and then tell stories around your audience's desires, and then sell your solution as the solution to get them there. So I can just, one of the name that comes to mind is Sabrina Phillip, and she has a Bali mastermind. She has a story, an inspirational story about how she landed in Bali with $800 to her name and how she grew this empire, right? So she has an inspirational story, and then she has an aspirational story that she tells as well, because she says that you too can have this freedom lifestyle, this digital nomad lifestyle. So she's actually using both emotional marketing tactics, the inspirational and the aspirational, to sell her products or services. So definitely tell the stories around your audience's desires, and then sell your solution as the solution, right? Okay, so number one was inspirational, number two was aspirational, and then number three, this is expressing love. And this can also be self-love. So it is expressing love for other people, or it can be self-love for yourself, right? And this marketing strategy focuses on appealing to a consumer's raw and most personal emotions. And this can help sell products or services that might seem on the surface indulgent or guilty pleasures. So, some industries that come to mind are like flowers or jewelry or chocolate, anything related to like Valentine's Day or anniversaries or whatever, like those types of things are indulgences. Spa services, like spa products, that sort of stuff. So for the online space, the industries that come to mind for that are like life coaching and personal development. So I've worked with a lot of people in the past who have sort of struggled with selling their one-on-one coaching or even group coaching in the life coaching space. Or like personal development space. And the people who do this well use this expressing love, self love. And then, like, the idea that self love is also a form of active love towards your family or friends or whatever, right? So, people that actually sell these services very well use this emotional marketing tactic, which is expressing love in a really great way. So they're really connecting with their audience that like self love is giving love, that sort of stuff. So how can you do this as an online entrepreneur? The best recommendation that I have is to create a movement. So some like big name companies that I can think of are like Subaru. So they have a whole campaign around love. It's what makes a Subaru, right? So Subarus supposedly last a really long time. And you can hand down your Subaru from, like, it could be your car when you were single and young, and then you can hand it down to your teenager and it'll still be on the road. So love, it's what makes a Subaru. And their whole campaign is around this, right? And otherwise, like seemingly emotionless object, a Subaru, has now become this like emotional thing. Another one is a new campaign, Lysol's new campaign, Protect Like a Mother, which is, it's kind of signaling and calling in this like mama bear instinct, right? And like we're in the middle of COVID and it's now starting to be flu season. And so Lysol is like really attacking this idea that the protective instincts of a mother, like we want to sanitize everything. So Lysol's campaign of Protect Like a Mother is like a movement, right? So for you, if you have a core belief like self-care is not selfish, or you cannot pour from an empty cup. So these are, sayings that are very familiar with people. Create a campaign around that and encourage your potential buyers to care for themselves or for others through your product or service. So whatever your core belief is that supports why somebody should do whatever it, or take whatever course it is, or join your coaching program or your one-on-one service or whatever that is. If you have a core belief around that and you're calling in the right people that connect with that core belief, create a campaign around that. And by campaign, I mean like a Facebook Live like this, that you maybe put some ad spend behind, or like an email marketing campaign or something like that. So using the emotional marketing tactics to reach your specific audience. And then people that have that similar core belief, or maybe they just needed to hear it from an external source one more time, that those people will come in and connect with you and then want to go on and buy from you. So number 3 is expressing love, and this can also be self-love. So I think in the online entrepreneur space, that probably rings true more than like gift giving, right? A lot of the products and services that we sell are for personal development, professional development, personal or professional life enhancement. So if you're having trouble selling your product or service because it might feel indulgent or like a guilty pleasure, using this marketing tactic might actually work really well for you. All right, so we talked about today 3 ways to use emotional marketing to connect with your potential buyers The first one is inspirational. The second one is aspirational. And the third one is expressing love. This can also be self-love. So does not encompass all of the ways to do emotional marketing, but it gives you 3 ideas to kind of run with, and you don't have to use them all. You can pick 1 or 2 or all if you really want to, and create a campaign using these marketing tactics. So that might be a Facebook Live that you run some traffic to connect with your ideal audience. That might be a whole email campaign around inspirational stories or aspirational stories, or expressing love, like your core belief around care or whatever that is. I would love to know in the comments if you do use this, or if you're going to use this, these types of emotional marketing, or if there's something else that you found that also works to pull at the heartstrings of your ideal client. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and an amazing Halloween. I know we're going to do a little trick-or-treating in our neighborhood. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next week.